Hey there, folks. Welcome back to CYPTV. Share, like, leave a comment. Do one of those things to help push this channel forward out to the YouTube algorithm. I would greatly appreciate if you could do me that small favor. Now let's jump down this rabbit hole and get right to the video.
And as I keep telling you in all my previous videos, something is not right with 3i Atlas, and something is definitely going on. And as I've explained in my previous video, 3i Atlas is to make its closest path to Earth on December 19th. And should we be concerned? I think we should. Take a look at this headline from the New York Post. Space agencies conducting the largest ever planetary defense drill with 3i Atlas approaching. And the article is even more concerning. It's a practice run for Armageddon, with 3i Atlas just days away from making its closest approach to Earth. Agencies around the globe are conducting the largest and most exclusive planetary defensive drill with the goal of protecting ourselves against future threats and beyond. Here are just a few of the agencies that are participating in this drill: the European Space Agency, ESA, NASA, and over 23 nations have launched the largest planetary defense drill as Interstellar Visitor approaches Earth. Here's a look at the timeline and where 3i Atlas has been and where it's going. And as of December 15th, the interstellar object 3i Atlas already about 270 million kilometers from Earth. So as I say in all my videos, this is for entertainment purposes only. Why do I say that? Because the only confirmation we have is from news articles that I just showed you. No government, state, or local officials have confirmed any of this information. So I guess my question to you is, are they hiding something? Are they not telling us something? Should we be concerned when 3i Atlas passes on December 19th? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Well, today is December 19th, and I just checked, and it is making its closest approach today, but there's nothing to be worried about. So I could guess this is just internet chatter to make content to entertain you guys.
Yeah, another mass at JFK Airport, but you know the stage is being set right now for this movie that's going to be coming out about aliens, and not just by the movie, but also the news. This was the trailer that just dropped. Let's look into it just a little bit. And yes, the timing of all of this is absolutely crazy. We have this. We've had these jellyfish UFOs in the air since April 8th of last year. And no, I don't think it's a kite. Now, the first thing we see in this trailer is deer acting strange, which we see in a whole bunch of end time movies, but also all the animals around the earth the last few months have been acting really weird, right? Check this out and pay attention. The cross, the one thing that can defeat the enemy, but what's on her wall? Monarch butterflies. You know, a little M, a little K, almost like the entire earth is going to be subliminally accepting to these aliens. And yes, we'll get right back to the cover in a second. Again, monarch butterflies. Now right here in the trailer, we find out that these aliens are actually some kind of demonic entities, and they're possessing people everywhere.
Today is today's.
Like, we've gone deep into this alien phenomenon. We've literally dived into whistleblowers and declassified documents. Long story short, anyone that gets around these grays say they're telepathic and could maybe even control people. But there's many things in the sky. We have fallen angels, which can change their form and appear like a gray. We have spirits that are actually demonic, aka but need an intermediary. They need some form to coexist in to be able to touch people most of the time. Of course, with the correct sigils and all that stuff, you know, they can appear physically for a short amount of time. But we also have genetic creations happening under our feet, which are like meat shells, which the spirits of DNA can go inside. Much like AI is a technological version of that. Now this right here, this guy's hooked up to something. His eyes are all black, meaning he's possessed. Is this some kind of Musk creation? Like a Neuralink, except on the outside of your skin? Possessing people? I had a crazy, scary dream, and in the dream, someone got this chip, and the second they got the chip, they were no longer themselves. They were completely different. Their soul, their spirit was dead, and they were just a blank creature. Now, this is a deer, but I'm getting really heavy rip-off vibes, especially from the cover of this movie. One could say they're using that demonic entity to bring forth all this wickedness to the world, just like the Babylon working. And of course, the Bermuda Triangle discovery and the jellyfish alien. Yeah, we know what time it is.
These are strange times we live in. There's a lot of activity going on in the skies, a lot of weird weather anomalies. Unfortunately, they're misdirecting us or feeding us BS to distract us. The best thing to do is just be prepared for what's coming.
There's something mysterious in the skies over England, and I have it on camera. And these pictures don't look like they were taken from a potato. These are legit. One of my followers in, Little Waddingfield, Sudbury, Suffolk, UK, sent me these pictures. I probably didn't say that right, so I apologize, but what she captured up in the sky is amazing. I'm usually skeptical of UFO or UAP sightings or evidence. So many times I have seen lens flares and drones and things mistaken for things out of this world. But I truly believe these are something otherworldly. I can't say for certain, you tell me. In the original photo here, if you look, it's hard to see, I'll zoom in, but on kind of the left side, you can see something white. This thing is shaped like a craft that a lot of people claim UFOs are shaped like. Just seconds later, this other picture was taken, and now there are two. And these things are almost identical. Helicopters or drones. Tell me what you think in the comments. Have a great day. God bless.
If you're enjoying this video, I put several videos out a week. It'll be amazing if you hit the subscribe button and join me in the next video.
I need you to understand that food is being used for code words. No coincidence that Ghislaine Maxwell also referenced going to In-N-Out Burger after Epstein passed. What book do you think she's reading? The Book of Honor. Covert Lives and Classified Deaths at the CIA. These are the Clinton Podesta emails. Here's one related to Taylor Swift. Are we out of the woods? Someone asks. They're talking about a great trip to In-N-Out Burger. The Slave to Nothing Foundation's mission is to free people from being enslaved to any person or substance. We fulfill our mission by contributing financially to organizations that align with our causes and actively provide services in communities served by In-N-Out Burger. Instead of pasta and wonderful sauces, it was a lovely, tempting assortment of cheeses. Yummy. I'm awaiting the return of my children and grandchildren from their holiday travels so that we can demolish them. The children? Do you think I'll do better playing dominoes on cheese than on pasta? What the fuck does that mean? As John said, it doesn't get any better than this. And do you want to see what the attachment is on this email? This is the attachment to the email. Doesn't get better than this. Last day in MV. Missed you. Susan whipped Sherry and me at dominoes using the Podesta method. She made the rules as we played. The realtor found a handkerchief. I think it's a map that seems pizza related. Is it yours? They can send it to you if you want. I know you're busy. Feel free not to respond. Saying, yeah, it's my handkerchief. Nothing to worry about. A handkerchief with a map of pizza, because that makes a lot of sense. Just to add to the confusion, this man was outside of Rob Reiner's house after his alleged murder, wearing a Burger King crown and shouting things that the media won't report. This is the guy with the Burger King crown. I have no idea what's going on, but something strange with burgers and fries and In-N-Out Burger and Burger King. One more strange coincidence, Nick Reiner, the son of Rob, was obviously searched quite a bit yesterday, but look at this little blip. On December 6th, he was searched in the blue and white area, not Scotland. So what's that about? Something strange. Something is up with In-N-Out Burger. Why are so many celebrities picking In-N-Out Burger for their last meal? Seriously, what's up with In-N-Out Burger?
Eating my In-N-Out Burger and my hot fudge sundae. That's what I want to do. I'm pregnant and I have 9 months to own it. You really think I'm going to be on an Egyptian plane while I am wanting to be with my In-N-Out Burger and my chocolate milkshake? No.
This is the strangest thing. I find this place on Google. It says there's spots open, and then I get here, no one's here. All the blinds are drawn in those two RVs. Hold on a second. Now I'm walking around, And all these fire pits look like they've never been used before. A lot of stuff about this place looks never touched and unused. It says open right there on the inside. There's slot machines and an ATM. I'd be shocked if this is open, but let's see if it is. Yo, this is suspect. Am I gonna... Hello? Hello? Oh, that's creepy as hell. What is this place? Bubs, come back here. Alright. Yo, alright, Bubs. Come on, I'm definitely not hanging out in here any longer than I have.
This is a Manhattan-bound V local train. The next stop is 67th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
3 days, people. The 19th of December, 3i Atlas is going to come. It's going to be aliens. You've got a chance here. If you've got a friend, get them. Put your head between your legs and get them to push your head. You might be able to kiss your ass goodbye doing it that way. If nothing happens on the 19th of December, which I predict won't, I'm going to do a really funny video on the 20th, calling out everybody who have like diamonds in the middle of their head, you know, summoning these things, they're seeing things, they're remote viewing this. You're all having it on the 20th. You're all having it. Or I'm going to have to get my friend to push my head between my legs and I'm going to have to kiss my own ass. You sat there now thinking, well, it is. On the 19th, something is going to happen and 3i Atlas is going to come here and it's going to be like wonderful and alien stuff like that. You are probably sat there watching Gaia TV and you've probably been subscribed for the last 5 years to that channel because it is delusional like a lot of you lot. It does seem like the UFO topic has turned into an entertainment purposes only kind of niche at the minute. That's why I'm not a massive fan of TikTok at the minute. And that's why, if you want to see me, you better off going over to YouTube. That's where you'll see me mainly now. Bye.
Bro, these mother not telling us the truth. Have you seen Comet 3i Atlas? A lot of people are saying it's not a comet at all, but an alien spaceship, while governments keep saying it's nothing to worry about. Yet NASA, the European Space Agency, and dozens of nations suddenly activated planetary defense protocols. Why the f would they do that? They scrub live feeds, they reclassify data, they tell us to stay calm. Think about it. I honestly think they know these are extraterrestrials, but they can't say it yet. What if all the UFO sightings recorded until today were just reconnaissance missions, testing us, watching us? And what if 3i Atlas is the final step of all that? Because if this thing is really an alien spaceship, then we're not talking about science anymore. We're talking about aliens. We're talking about a possible alien invasion. So ask yourself one thing. If there's nothing to fear, why are they acting like there is?
You found out we weren't alone. If someone showed you, proved it to you, would that frighten you?
Good morning, Kansas City.
Well, that wasn't demonic at all. Can anybody answer me why in all these alien propaganda films, they always have the aliens speaking like that? You know, like this. It's honestly just so tiresome at this point, all the alien propaganda, where they are just pumping these magic spells over and over and over and over and over again, just telling us exactly what's coming. And it's just mind-numbing at this point. I mean, for the movie to be called Disclosure. Like, really? That's where we are at right now. They release everything through film, broadcasting their spells over the masses to tell us exactly what's coming, what they're doing. They do it with technology, AI. They do it with the dumbing down of society, with idiocracy. They do it with surveillance, with all their sci-fi movies. And they do it with the alien movies, the alien propaganda, disclosure stuff. And, you know, I know there's a lot of speculation that they're going to disguise the rapture with aliens coming down with UFOs, but I'm starting to, I don't know if I believe that anymore, because I think this whole disclosure thing is for them to want you to believe that these entities are interdimensional, that they're not from another planet, but a different dimension. And I think that will play into the polytheistic worldview that goes all the way back to the antediluvian world. So you will have the old gods, the old, you know, Greek and Roman mythological deities, Apollo, Kronos, you know, Mars, Ares. That's where I think they're going. Those entities will come back, be revealed in due time. I think that's where you have the occult speaking to these entities or to their offspring, and, you know, the whole Genesis 6 situation. But I don't think they are going to go with the aliens from a different planet. I don't think so. I think they are seeping into the minds of the masses, the interdimensional entity, spiritual being, ascended masters, and that Jesus was one of those ascended masters, and that's where the crazy deception is going to come. But it's just unbelievable. They just continue to just pump out propaganda after propaganda film after propaganda film with their spells, just casting it over us. And yeah, you know, it gets tiresome, but again, here I am making a video about it because it's kind of fun to talk about, you know. It's kind of fun talking about it. And yeah, what do you guys think? You know, because it's been the theory for a while. All the Christian conspiracy theorists believe, right, the rapture will be disguised with aliens. But I feel like that might be too obvious at this point. There might be another play there. There might be some other type of deception going on. A deception inside of a deception. It's kind of like Inception. So yeah. With that being said, guys, focus your eyes upon the Lord through it all. All this propaganda, all this just noise. Grab your popcorn, enjoy the show, but also rest with the Lord. And it's something that I've been thinking about lately is with your relationship with God, it's not a matter of what you can do for him. It's a matter of what you can do with him. It is a relationship, a life with him, that you are walking with God, that you are fellowshipping with him, you are speaking with him, you are looking to him daily. That's what he seeks. That's what he is desiring from you. Your heart, your mind, your thoughts, looking to him as your best friend, as your good father, as your savior, as your Lord. He literally is everything. He fulfills everything that your heart's desires are. So let him be your desire. I love you all so much. God bless. Remember, the just shall live by faith.
That's basically how they let us know through the movies and the propaganda. So in case if there's an alien invasion, we won't be shocked and surprised, right?
Intentionally makes an agreement with a demon, makes a pact. And as the exorcists point out, demons aren't bound to any promises, but often they come through with what they promise. So there are some famous ones, which is in the book. John Lennon famously made a pact for 20 years of fame, and he got it. In 20 years to the day, he was shot and killed. And I haven't found all the details about this, but the man who, I was trying to find it before I finished the second edition of the book, but the man who shot him was apparently being driven basically to kill him. Like voices were talking to him to kill John Lennon, kill John Lennon.
I do remember that.
Mark David Chapman, yeah. And then as I recall, he was exorcised of 5 demons.
Oh, wow.
The man who shot John Lennon. And they repeated the pact, like renewed the pact close to the 20-year time when it ran up. And yeah, I mentioned 3 books that are good biographies on that whole thing. But so that's one.
Wow, I've never heard that.
And also on if you
they foolishly invited a journalist into this session, which you're not supposed to do. The Vatican's very clear about that. Don't do that. This woman came in and she experienced the exorcism with the group. She went back to her office and was going to write up the case, and literally all hell broke loose. All sorts of awful things happened to her and in her surroundings because she wasn't ready for it, and she shouldn't have been in the room. We trust in Jesus. We live a holy life, but if you're not, don't be too surprised. And what happens?
You know why Greek statues have little boy private parts?
No.
It was because they were all attracted to that. So they would purposely put really little private, you know?
What the heck?
Yeah, they'll put that on the statues because they're aroused to that.
But it will be a full-on like adult.
Yeah, it'll be a full-on adult, and they'll put boy genitalia on it.
That's why.
That's why they do it.
Whole time I'm thinking
like it doesn't match up, right?
Yeah.
Like why is it
no,
like
whole
that?
time I'm thinking like, oh, they just have small things.
No, because they're aroused by that. Yeah.
Yo, the more you know, fam. That's insane. How do you even figure out that?
Yo, it's in history.
Oh, it's in history.
Yeah, it's actually in history. And during that time, even in the Roman Empire, whenever the empire was about to fall, what they obsessed over was not just that with little.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it like with kids, but also with gender. They mix up a lot of things. And they were obsessed with it. They're like super obsessed with it.
Yeah. You know, all the pharaohs, they probably have the same shit, right? Or no?
The pharaohs, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Now that's like, I didn't know. Interesting, right?
There's a real case where a boy ran behind a school locker and vanished in front of witnesses. It happened during recess at an elementary school in the early 2000s. A group of kids were playing tag in the hallway while teachers were nearby. One of the kids got tagged and sprinted toward a row of lockers. Everyone watched him turn the corner behind them, and that's where the problem starts, because he never came out the other side. At first, the kids laughed, thinking he was hiding. Then a teacher checked behind the lockers. Nothing. No doors, no vents, no crawl space, just a solid wall. Security was called within minutes. The hallway was locked down. Janitors pulled lockers away from the wall. There was nowhere he could have gone. Search dogs were eventually brought in. They followed his scent straight to the lockers and then stopped, like he'd hit a dead end in reality itself. No evidence, no sounds, no camera malfunction, just a normal school day and a kid who literally stepped out of existence. Officials ruled it a runaway. Parents didn't believe it. Students never forgot. And here's the detail that messes people up. Several kids said when he ran behind the lockers, it looked like the hallway got quiet for a split second, like the sound dropped out, almost like reality blanked. And when it came back, he was gone. Stay weak.
If you're not sure if your house is haunted or not, but you catch something like this on your home security camera, it probably is. I'm certainly not against home security systems. They're very handy. They're good to have. However, be prepared for what you might catch, because more often than not these days, people are finding things in their home they wish they didn't know were there. In just a moment, I'm going to show you a video that was submitted by one of my followers. It's from his house. He and his wife live there, and they went to work one day and they have their cameras set up. He got a notification his cameras were activated because of motion, and when he went to check, he found this. And this is how you know if your house is haunted.
They're saying that the levees broke and they are now under level 3 evacuation. Mind you, that levee that broke was the levee that holds the White River. You have cars flooded, homes flooded. You have water that is over vehicles. Matter of fact, look at this. Look at this right here. Tell me that's not crazy. This is what's going on over there right now. Nah.
Oh my God.
Nah. You have people riding around in boats through neighborhoods. Streets are covered. Like I said, cars are covered. If you are in these areas, you need to go now. Mind you, there are thousands of people who are about to lose their homes. There are people evacuating by the dozens. And again, they're saying that anybody in that area needs to leave. They need to go. When these people cut budgets, they can't warn these people effectively about what's about to happen. And look what just happened. If you out there, if you have family out there, better send them some love and tell them to be safe. I'm out.
Do you want to know why the conspiracy regarding fake birds or spy birds will never go away? It's because videos like this that randomly pop up. This was captured by a witness in Kazakhstan. He records what appears to be a pigeon that has wires poking out of its back. Literally all alongside its back, it has wires coming out. Like, what is this? And no, this is an AI. This is an actual video. Stop saying again, if it flies, it spies. Take a look at this. Comment below. Tell me what you think.
Raft of Medusa, or is what people call it, the raft of Medusa. It's a true story, which is the craziest thing. There's a famous painting that depicts this story, and it's the second most popular painting at the Louvre, right behind Mona Lisa. July 1816, a French naval ship is set out, and they have over 150 people. The captain of this ship was appointed, who has almost no experience whatsoever sailing, and he doesn't listen to anyone. And so while they're sailing, the seamen are looking at them and saying, hey, we shouldn't be going this way. You disregarded them completely. They get stuck on a sandbar. This ship sinks within 2 minutes.
Oh boy.
All the officers and the captain get onto the lifeboats. Then it is left up to everyone else, the 147 sailors, to build their own raft. And they put together a 66-foot raft before the whole thing sinks down. The officers and the captain, they were going to tow this raft to shore. But within minutes, the officers and the captain cut the rope. Madness ensues. Starvation starts taking people out. Waves are rushing and pulling people off the boat. And within days, they start to literally hallucinate. They're seeing angels, ghosts. It gets to the point where they're so hungry and so thirsty, they start cannibalizing one another. And in 13 days, only 15 people survive.
Whoa.
Crazy, but they try to cover it up. But within 2 years, this guy created this painting. When the painting came out, it caused a ton of ruckus within France. The guy at the front that's holding up the shirt, that was a man who survived, but he was on the ship. And he was one of the main people to speak out and say, we shouldn't have slaves. And that's literally what the painting is. But it's huge. 16 by 23 feet.
The Louvre.
It's in the Louvre.
The French, man.